Hi everyone, and you are welcome to this lecture, Python Identifier. In this lecture, I will define what an identifier is. We will learn about the naming rules of identifiers. We will talk about reserved keywords in Python, and I will end this lecture by a quick summary. So let's get started. So, what an identifier is? Simply, identifier is a name used to identify a variable, a function, a class, a module, or any other object in Python. In other words, we can say identifier is the object ID. When you want to give name to an object, you have to keep in mind that there are some rules you have to respect. Otherwise, the interpreter will raise an exception and you will not be able to run your code. The first rule is an identifier should start with a letter A to Z, or a small letter to Z small letter, or an underscore, followed by 0 or more letters, underscore, or digits. So keep in mind, you cannot start the identifier name by a digit. The second rule says Python does not allow punctuation characters such as at, $, or percentage to be used as an identifier. Also, you have to keep in mind that Python is a case-sensitive programming language, so manpower with capital M is different from manpower with small m. Another point that you have to be careful from is the reserved keywords. So what is a keyword, or what are the keywords? Keywords are reserved words that have special meaning or function in Python, like for example, if, for, else, and so on of these words. Keep in mind that keywords cannot be used as identifiers, otherwise you will have some troubles. And this table here shows a complete list of all of the reserved keywords in Python. So you have and, assert, break, class, and so on. Now, let me show you how we can create an identifier in Python. The first example I want to show is a equal to 10. You will note here that I use equal sign to create a new identifier. In this case, the name is a. If I print this a, run this module, I will find here 10. Because a has the value of 10. Also, in Python we can create multiple identifiers together and all of them have the same value in the following way. A equal to B equal to C equal to 1. Now if I print all of this variable A, B, C and run, I will find 1, 1, 1. Another way to create multiple identifier and each one take a different value by say A, B, C equal to 1, 2, 3. In this case, 1 will be assigned to A, 2 will be assigned to B, and 3 will be assigned to C. If I print and run, I will find 1, 2, 3. Another way to run your script is by using this green triangle here. Also, I can say A equal to 1, A equal to 2. If I print A, run, I will find 1, 2, come from here. This example will show that Python is case sensitive and small a is different from capital A. Also, I can put here A0, A1, and print here A0, A1, run, I get 1, 2, and here we can say that I can put digit after a letter. Now I will remove all of this and show you some wrong cases that will raise exception or error in Python. So if I say 0a equal to 5, directly I will find this curly red line here. Why this line appear? Because 0a is not allowed to be used in Python. You have to start with a letter. If you try to run, you will get here a syntax error. If I try to say if equal to 5, also I get the same error. Why? Because if is a keyword and I cannot use a keyword to define a variable. Another case, if I say hello equal to 5 and I try to print hello, but here I put H capital letter. If I run, I will get name error because the interpreter does not know any name hello with capital H. But if I put H, run, it will work and I will get 5. The last case I want to show, if I say C at equal to 4. Also, you will note here that I have this curly red line because I cannot use punctuation like at as a letter in the identifier. Now let's recap what we have learned in this lecture. First of all, we have defined what is Python identifier, and we say that it's a name for a function, a class, a variable, or a module. Also, the naming rules have been explained, and we found that the identifier should start with A to Z capital letter, or O to Z small letter, or underscore. And then you can add another letter or digit. Punctuation are not allowed to be used. And also we find that Python is a case-sensitive programming language. And I give you a big warning here, don't use keyword as identifiers. That's all for this lecture. Thank you very much for your time, and if you are available, join me in the next lecture.